Hey, Riding Side Saddle, we're back. It's Tammy.
And it's Lisa.
Yep. We're in the saddle, thinking
Riding
about
along.
something to talk about. We actually do have a good topic for today.
We do.
I think it's a good one.
It's a great one, and
Yeah.
it just came very organically.
It did.
Which is the best kind.
For sure.
Because it's part of our lives right now.
Yeah. Yep. It's called permission.
Ooh. And asking it.
Yeah.
Not granting it, per se, but asking it.
Well, it's both, really. Asking yourself and granting yourself permission.
That's true. That's
Right?
where we got to.
Exactly.
So
Right.
I was sharing with Tammy tonight that I came across a class that I want to participate in. It's just through the local park and rec center. It's super treat because I'm a resident, and I got in with the $10 discount because it was the early bird discount. I feel like I'm 82.
Your
right
early
now.
bird special.
Right. And I really wanted to do it. It's for a Qigong class. And I was telling Tammy I was really excited about it, and I, talked to Scott and said, I'm going to do this class. I'm going to sign up for it. And Scott said, okay. And I said, and without even really thinking about the words I was choosing, I didn't even ask for permission, I said. And then we started having a long conversation because I didn't really know where that came from, because generally I don't ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of say, this is what I'd like to do, or this is what I'm going to do, as a common courtesy, right? Just
Right.
to
Just
be
to
able
let
to
you know.
say, so listen,
Yeah.
on Tuesday nights for the next month, I'm going to be gone doing this.
Right.
Right. Not in a, aggressive
Can
or
I do it?
confrontational sort
Right.
of way, just a matter of fact.
Yep.
But at the end of the conversation, I had to specifically point out, I didn't even ask I didn't even ask for permission. However, through conversation, we have another commonality between the two of us.
Yeah. So I don't ask Josh for permission either. He always does. Do you mind if I go here? Do you mind if I do this? And I'll say to him, you don't have to ask me for permission.
Yeah.
You're all grown. You can do whatever you think you should be doing. You don't have to check with me. It's nice that you are letting me know that is what you're doing. And
Or even just comparing calendars.
For sure.
Right? Like that type of thing. Have some
Absolutely.
courtesy for me, right?
Right. That's great, but he will always ask, and I don't.
Yeah.
I will say, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got plans with so-and-so on, Tuesday night or, whatever. And it is, I can feel some resistance when I say it. Almost like I'm waiting for the challenge, right? I'm waiting for him to say, I would rather you didn't.
Or how much is that going to be?
Right.
Or,
Right.
it's going to conflict with this thing that I find very important.
Right.
Yeah.
If it were really just a conflict, like, I scheduled that thing that you said we were going to go, and that would be one thing, but that's not, I already know because I keep the calendar.
Right.
I already know. I mean, we each keep a calendar, but
Right,
if
right.
it's not on my calendar, then it is not, we have not made a plan.
Right.
Generally. So it really is more of a, go ahead, tell me no.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't say it that way. I feel it that way.
Mm-hmm.
He almost never says no. Well, that's not true. Josh's first answer to everything is no. That's his first response to literally every idea.
Even if it doesn't apply to him?
No.
Okay.
No, then he doesn't.
Yeah.
I am just letting you know that I'm going somewhere on,
Right. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. On the weekend, I've got plans to do this. He doesn't say, oh, no, you don't.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Right.
But if I were to say, hey, do you want to go and do this on the weekend? His first response is always no.
Well, it would
And
be
then
like,
we have to talk. I have to talk him into it.
let me just set the stage because I've seen this.
It's so ridiculous.
It would be like he'd look at you with his brow like all
Furrowed.
crunched together,
Yeah.
looking and listening, and listening intently.
Right.
And then his hands would be on his hips, right? And he'd look at you with that furrowed brow, and then you'd finish, and he would he'd look at you without saying anything, take a moment or two longer, and then lift his head up and roll his eyes and shift his head over to the side with his mouth gaping open like a little bit, like,
Oh, God. Here we go.
No, I don't wanna. Blah, blah, blah. I almost got it down.
You almost do. That is exactly how it goes. And it is not just if I have an idea. A friend of his will say, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? Nope. Nope. And then he'll say something about it again. And I'll say, why did you say no? We don't have any plans. That sounds like it would be a fun time. Why wouldn't we want to go out for dinner? No, we can't. No, I really don't want to. And then a little while later, he'll say, so, I mean, we probably could go, right?
So that's really interesting because he might actually be doing the same thing that we're talking about ourselves.
He might be.
So,
except I do it on the inside and he does it on the outside.
Yes.
Right.
So this conversation continued, right? Because I realized that when I said aloud, I didn't even ask for permission. It's actually speaking to me.
Yourself.
I never have to ask permission with Scott. Like that, just very similar to what you had explained with Josh. This is what I have going on.
Yes.
Am I going to see you that night? No, this is what I have going on.
Right.
But often I put my own filter in.
Yes.
And be able and have to say, well, can I do this?
Yes.
What are all the reasons why I can't?
Shouldn't? Right.
Mm-hmm. Before it even comes out of my mouth.
Yep.
So I am asking for permission in most situations, but I'm asking permission of me as opposed to of my spouse.
Right.
Yeah. So, and you do the same thing.
I do.
Yeah. Like it's a thing.
Yep. There are times where I will have an idea. Something I want to do, something I want to buy. I will have a whole argument with Josh in my head. I've never even told him that I want to do something or I want to buy something.
You're preparing your defense.
Yeah, but I don't even need to because when I say, so I want to do this or I want to buy that, he rarely, almost never says that's not a good idea. Or do you really have to do that? Or there's not an argument. He's like, okay, I think you should do that. He really is very supportive, especially if it's, I want to hang out with friends I haven't seen in a while, or often because he likes to hang out with people all the time and I don't. So he will say to me, you haven't seen so and so in a while. Why don't you see what they're doing? Well, I could, but I also could stay home,
which I love.
Right.
That's really interesting. I was thinking as you were talking, Scott and I had this conversation, it's so silly, about our glasses, like our glassware.
Oh, yeah.
Our glassware, he got a brand name dishwasher detergent. It's very widely known, but I cannot stand the smell.
Glasses? Oh.
Our glasses aren't fancy glasses in any sort of way. They're etched really badly, but I cannot stand the smell.
Yep.
After the glasses have been in
the dishwasher.
So now when I drink some water, I can smell the dishwasher detergent.
Yes.
And I hate it.
Yep.
It's chemically and perfumey, and I feel like I'm just like gulping down toxins.
Because you are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. It's terrible. So I was saying to him recently, I'm like, we just need to get some new dishware.
Let's just start fresh.
They're terrible anyways, right? Like, been in my cabinets for like 20 years.
Yep.
Like, it's time. And how much is a glass set?
Not that
really
much.
Not that much.
No.
So we had a conversation about that, and I didn't ask him permission. I was just mentioning it for conversation. And he's like, no, we should wait because of blah, blah, blah. And this is what I'll do about the chemical smell. We'll get new stuff.
Yeah.
I'll run it through. If that is still a problem, then we can,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, it's not like the end of the world and you have a solution. Well, do you know what happened literally within 30 minutes of that
I have
conversation?
no idea. He ordered all new glassware?
No, he showed me a tractor that he has. It came up. We were driving. It came up on Marketplace that he had been corresponding with somebody about a motherfucking tractor.
God.
And I'm like, what is that? And
Can't
he's
buy
like,
glasses, but you can buy a whole
that.
Gatekeeper tractor?
He's telling me all of the things that it comes with and this accessory and that, and it's only this amount. I'm like, how much do you think a glass set costs? Like,
Right.
it costs like less than $50 for a glass set.
Easily less
Right?
than $50.
I'm like, and you're talking about a tractor, but we need to delay the glass set?
Right.
No.
Yes. I
So
hear that.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Ay, ay, ay. That's really funny.
But that's an aside, right? Because I absolutely do put my own filter on
Yep.
and shoot down like 80% of the things that I want to do
Yes.
before it even leaves my lips.
Same. I do the same thing. And, I mean, I think it's, if I bought everything I thought I wanted or was interested in or thought looked cool or what, our whole house would be full.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think it is fine to have that filter. Is it really something I need? No. Do I even have room for it? Probably not. Our house is small. Probably not. I have to find something to get rid of to make room for that beautiful piece of furniture I just saw that I would really love.
Yeah.
But I have nowhere to put it. It's that sort of stuff. If I acted on everything, that would be a terrible thing. But
Well, I think there's balance.
that's what I was getting
right.
at.
Like I think
Yes.
I think what we're both deducing is not saying it's true, but it's something to contemplate. Do I have worthiness issues?
Right.
That
There's always that in the back of my mind.
I myself, me alone, are saying you can't have that.
Right.
You can't have that because of this and that and this and that and this and that.
Right. I don't want to fill my house with a bunch of stuff.
For
right?
sure, right?
I don't like it's like I can feel the walls closing in even as I think about it. But if it's something I need, I even do it with things I need.
Me too.
Right? I need some clothes for whatever season, right? My clothes last year didn't fit and I didn't buy any new ones and now I need something to wear.
Yeah.
I have to even talk myself into that too. Josh has never said, you're buying what again? How many pairs of pants do you need? He's never said that. It comes from me.
It does.
Well, I already have 2 pairs of jeans. I probably don't need any more. 2
That-
pairs of jeans. I wear them every day.
I know.
Well, not every day, but you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
I don't know. I'm grown and I work. I probably could buy more than 2 pairs of jeans. I don't need 40 pairs of jeans.
Right.
But I probably could have, 5.
Right.
Right. Get crazy and go to 7.
Woo woo.
I know.
So I have been realizing this about myself recently as well because I'm losing weight. So I'm in a situation where I do actually need clothes.
Right.
Because they don't fit. And I'm still realizing that I'm not like saying screw it. I just need
need a
to go
shopping
out
spree.
and get this. Right.
Yep.
I have literally 2 pairs of jeans right now. One of them is from before and I can still manage, like, they have to be washed and dried, right? But I can't bend down too many times
little baggy,
because
but you can make them work.
right. And then the other pair of jeans I got from those rewards points and things that you get, so you get money back. I got them for free. Literally for free. I just recently bought one new pair of pants and it was $10 on clearance. I don't even go to regular sections of a store.
Right.
Because I don't know. I guess I think that I can't afford it unless it's on clearance. It's very, now that I continue to talk about this is very concerning.
So I think there's something to be said for being frugal, right? If I could get pants for $10 and I like them and they fit me well, I feel good in them, then that's a deal of the day. I'm all about
for sure.
that.
And I'm super proud of it. Right?
Right.
Like, check these out. I got this for $10.
For sure.
But I don't really even...
You don't allow yourself to look at the regular price clothes?
Because that stuff's too expensive.
Okay.
That.
So is it a value thing? $50 for a pair of jeans does not make sense to me. I'm not paying that much for a pair of jeans. And I know if I go over to the full price section, they will be at least $50, and I'm not interested in paying $50 for one pair of pants.
Well, yes, that is true, and that is how I feel. But when I like literally have no pants that fit me, and
you just might have to get the expensive pair of pants.
But I won't.
Okay.
I'll be like, I can't find any pants.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I that's where I think that it may cross lines for me.
It might. If I really, I will look for a deal every time.
For sure.
But if I need, like, I have one pair of jeans left and they're starting to get a hole on the inside seam because my thighs rub together, and I'm going to embarrass myself because I'm going to be out in public and they're just going to rip, I will go online and I will buy 2 or 3 pair, and that's it. They cost what they cost. I don't have a choice at this point.
Yeah.
I won't drive all the way around every place to look for a $10 pair of pants. I just am like, I don't have that kind of time.
I just postpone it. I just don't get it then. Like, I don't get anything then.
I wait until I don't have a choice. Until I do not have a choice.
I have done it where at the end of a season, I will throw away old things, and I think to myself, it's going to force me to get new things when I come back around next season.
Now I have nothing for summer. I will have to buy shorts next year.
Yeah. Guess what?
Then
it doesn't happen that way.
No, right.
And that has backfired a number of times.
I have done that too. Yeah, I don't do that anymore either. I truly, in the last maybe couple of years, I've gotten better about so really, I cannot wear the same 2 things every week.
Right.
I have to buy something.
And they don't even fit right.
No,
or whatever,
exactly. Right. I don't feel good in them. They don't fit me right.
Yes.
Yeah. They're ugly, whatever it is, right? But truly, it's only been the last couple of years where I've been like, I don't care. I know I have 3 summer dresses that fit, but I'm going to buy 5.
Yeah.
And I deserve it. And I'm the one who has to do the laundry. And if I only have 3 outfits for the whole week, that means I'm doing laundry 3 times a week just so I have clothes to wear.
Right. And it doesn't make you feel good either.
It doesn't. No.
I don't look nice. These things are ratty and old,
sure.
and I wear them
spend
2
a lot
other
of money.
times this week. I need something new.
Correct. And I don't spend a lot of money on my clothes, so it's not like these are, what do they call that? Wardrobe staples, and they're classic and timeless, and they're high quality. They'll last you for years. I don't do that. I just
get whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I think that would look nice on me. And I'm at the point now where I order most things anymore. I don't even try stuff on. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm terrible about taking things back, though. So then I just end up wearing them, or they end up in a closet somewhere. And
that's why I can't do it online, because I have to try it on. It is no good when I try to do something like that.
Yeah, I usually just suffer through it for the summer, or the season, I should say.
Although when I try things on by myself too, when I'm shopping, sometimes that falls ridiculously crazy. There was a time that I got stuck inside of a shirt.
I think you told us about that on an episode. Yeah.
There was fucking glitter and sweat everywhere.
That's so terrible.
I've also gotten stuck inside of a boot.
Oh,
because we have very thick calves.
Ankles. Yeah.
Yes, thick calves, thick ankles. Well, I got it past the ankle. I was shopping with Elizabeth, and she was maybe 3, maybe 4, somewhere in there.
So she's not going to be of much help.
but I asked for it because I couldn't get the fucking boot off. I'm in the department store in the shoe section with my toddler telling her to pull because I could not get the boot off.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
On the other side of that, I remember shoe shopping with Scott once, and again, I had to get boots. They were, well, I mean, because we're built the same.
Yeah.
But those fucking boots that are nice
zippers?
and tall, like up to your knee boots,
right?
they're so beautiful.
They are.
Well,
and I can't find any that fit.
Okay, so I found a pair, and it was like, the plus size to accommodate for like the nice curvy, like
those
calves.
don't fit me either.
Well, this one, and it was not only that, it had a zipper all the way up, and it was kind of like it was elasticy in some area.
Oh yeah,
so
which
you
is
could
helpful.
like stretch that, right? It was before his dad's funeral, and I needed like
something.
Yes,
Gotta have
and this was it.
shoes.
So we are at the shoe store, and I get the sucker on, and I can't, like, my thumb was purple from pulling the zipper. So finally Scott comes over, and I'm like, listen, these are the boots. These are coming home with me,
And you are gonna zip them up.
and so
Oh my gosh.
so I would like hold the two zipper ends close together, so that he could pull the zipper up inch by inch. Like his poor little thumb was like
It
white.
was purple too.
Yeah, he's like, Lisa, this isn't gonna work. I'm like, keep pulling.
Yes, it is.
So then I would close it. I would like, get another good grip and
Lisa.
pull it, and then I'm like, zip. He's like, Lisa, this isn't working. I'm like, zip the zipper. And finally we got those motherfuckers all the way up.
Did you have to wear them out like that?
No.
You just put your foot up on the cash register,
No.
the thing that beeps, the scanner.
Right. No, but I did have a muffin top at the top of my
At the top of your boots, you had a muffin top.
Yes. They did eventually stretch, and I told him, I'm like, just get them up because they're
They're
gonna
leather,
stretch.
they'll stretch.
Right.
That's hilarious. It is really hilarious.
He will never forget that. Because
I believe it was traumatizing.
This
That was
bitch is
horrible.
crazy. Like, he had to switch hands because his thumbs were falling off.
He has no idea how hard it is to find boots, though.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He's got like nice turkey drumstick calves.
Yeah.
Like they're not.
Josh does
They're
too.
not like this.
He would have no idea. No.
God.
I don't know how we got onto that.
Me either,
tangent.
but that was kind of
funny.
That popped straight in my head.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're
it
talking.
really was about permission, right? That was really the topic. Well, I came across something. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of the Equal Credit Opportunity Act.
Yeah.
Which probably doesn't mean anything to very many people, but 50 years ago, women were finally, by law, allowed to take out lines of credit.
Yes.
Take out
on their
personal
own.
loans or a mortgage, credit cards, car loans.
Yep. Individually.
They could do it on their own, right? Prior to that, they were not allowed. They had zero permission to take care of their own financial business.
Right. And along with women, like, this is like a full opportunity act.
For sure.
On the basis of race, color, religion.
For sure. It's not
sex,
just
marital
women.
status, age, all of those things are included in there.
Right.
But yes, it is crazy to me.
50 years. That
this
was not that long ago.
I'm older than that. Oh, jeez, Tammy. I'm older than this act.
No wonder we feel like we have to ask permission.
Well,
I wonder if it's a leftover.
that's what I was just going to suggest, that, maybe there's a component of this related to generational
Learned behavior.
Yes. Yes.
Emotional inheritance.
This is how we do this. And even if I don't outwardly do it, I am still inwardly doing it. Right.
For sure.
So that's another aspect to consider. And that's just a growth opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it all is. But specifically, that's not even my baggage.
Right.
Zip that shit up and send it off.
Zip it.
Zip
the zipper.
Keep zipping. If I could have sucked my calves in any sort of way,
for sure.
it would have been like, when a good-looking person goes by,
you could, right?
my calves would suck right in.
If only that were a thing. I wonder too. So for me, there have been times in my life where I didn't have money to spare that too.
Yeah.
And I wonder if some of it is a leftover from that. Do I really need this? Is it really
a scarcity mindset?
Yep. Yep. Well, that I have
also
2 pairs of
is
jeans that fit.
generational
That's
as
enough.
well. Yes. Or that's also generational. When we were growing up, there wasn't a lot of money to go around.
No, there wasn't.
Not that we were, poor, but, my parents and our family had to think really hard about where they were putting money. So, so there was, a diligent process for those things much of the time.
Yep.
So learned behavior through that as well. And that carries from generation to generation to generation.
Sure.
So, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot of different ways this comes into play.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's from multiple angles. Yeah. I some of them I think are healthy, right? I don't think it's healthy to buy everything you see.
Right.
Everything that catches your eye. I don't think that's a good plan either.
Right.
But to not allow yourself to buy things that you need or do things that enrich your life in some sort of way, like this class that you're wanting to take. Right. I mean, you could easily have talked yourself out of that.
Yes.
And probably almost did, right? They're like just about everything. It's just about balance, isn't it?
Yep. You're absolutely
I feel
right
like I'm
about that.
always fighting that, though, right? Or not fighting. That's not the right word. I'm always checking myself.
Yes. Well, if you even just think about, like, the visual that comes to my mind when I think of the word balance is like a board that has to stay on top of a ball at a flat level. There's always going to be minor adjustments,
right?
To be able to keep that balanced. So maybe there isn't anything wrong with continuing to check in on that,
maybe.
Right? Because that's what balance requires.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that isn't such a bad thing. And I think it also is really a good practice. Like, why am I doing this? What's my motivation here? Am I not hitting the buy now button because I don't really need it and I don't really want it?
So that's a really good point of self-reflection, right? To be able to say, what's
my motivator?
What's the driver of this?
Right.
First off, why am I asking permission and or telling myself this isn't a good choice or whatever it is?
Sure.
And getting down to the root of what is this creating within me? Where is it coming from?
Right.
To your point, is it like frivolous or like I'm just like managing my own desires? I can't have everything under the sun, or maybe there's a better time to do this, or or is it, no, I couldn't possibly, like that, I can't have that. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
For sure. So it's a constant check-in. That's not bad.
No, it feels appropriate when you're trying to keep something balanced It does need some monitoring.
Right. I feel pretty good about that, actually.
All right.
Yeah, I do. As opposed to it really being just no all of the time.
What else you got?
Right?
Like, we solved that shit in like 29 minutes.
I know, that was good. I feel good about that.
We're on a roll.
Yeah. What else could we talk about? Huh. I don't know. I'm not coming up with anything right now.
Well, that should be it then.
What else can
you want to
we-
hit the
what
shoe
else
store?
can we- I mean, yeah. I do actually need a pair of shoes. I only have one.
Come on, I'll zip your boots for you.
I don't need a pair of boots. I actually do have a pair of boots. They're not zipped, then they're not leather.
They're not zipper
They're just
ones?
stretchy though.
Oh,
So they work.
nice.
They're fantastic.
That is nice.
Yeah. The heel is really kind of skinny though,
Oh,
which, those never last very long, and they're also not trendy anymore.
right.
Right. I've had them for quite a while, but
Yeah.
I know. Well, always on the lookout for a good pair of boots that actually I can put on by myself.
And your toddler doesn't need to pull off for you.
Oh, I don't have a toddler.
So sweaty.
That's a horrible feeling when
It
you're in the
was
dressing room and you
stuck.
cannot, or at the store and you cannot get, you're stuck. You
It
can't
was-
get out of whatever you thought you could get on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you okay in there? Yes.
I have learned, because I too have gotten stuck in dressing rooms, if it's not easy to get on, I'm just not doing it.
Right.
Then this is clearly the wrong size.
Right. I should have gone
Yeah.
with that. But at that point in time,
Zip it! I will get this on! Yeah, you might, but you're not going to get it off.
not by yourself. Sweat and glitter.
Oh, that's
right.
a bad combination.
I mean, sometimes, not all the time, I suppose. But in a dressing room
that's
by
a bad
yourself, it was a
combination.
bad combination.
Oh, good grief. All right, well, I guess since we
That's
solved...
a good note to
Yeah,
end
that is
on.
a good note. We solved that problem. Am I checking in? Am I being nice to myself? Being kind to myself?
Am I full of glittery sweat?
Ooh, I hope not.
That
sounds
shit's never
bad.
going away.
It isn't. That sounds bad. Really bad. All right. I guess that'll be it for now.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks, Todd. Wine Garden Media for putting our podcast together, doing a fantastic job. And, I don't even know what it all entails, but I'm sure it's a lot and it's magical as far as I can tell. So thank you for that. If you're interested in doing a podcast, please do look them up. They're on Facebook, Wine Garden Media. They'll help you out if you just have questions, if you're just thinking about a podcast, or if you actually know that you need someone to help you with the production piece of that. They are fantastic. Give them a call.
100,000%.
Yep.
Thanks to our listeners as well.
Yeah.
We continue to see folks pop up all over the world,
I
which,
think we have multiple listeners
stuns
in
me.
Sweden because they're
girl, we do.
yeah, they have way more listens than we have episodes. So
I 100% agree with that. And I think for even like in this last month,
yeah,
or in, I don't know, in a 2-week period, there were more listeners in Sweden than there were in the United States.
that's crazy.
Love you, Sweden.
Heck yeah! Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of our loyal, longtime listeners. Also,
Absolutely.
we don't want to leave you out. That's for sure.
No.
We appreciate each of you.
Absolutely.
So thanks
for listening.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Till next time. Toodaloo.